Hi everybody, this is Pam Benjamin. As you know, I've got some mileage on this body, but over the last 30 years, I've been pretty much a student of all things health and wellness. I've read up on the latest superfoods and how to eat healthy and clean and to avoid toxins and how to eliminate toxins from the body. I had a really good reason for doing this because I have the blood marker for a degenerative arthritis that has pretty much crippled a number of my siblings. And I always believed that good nutrition could make an impact on that. So although I had to give up tennis in my early 30s because of the arthritis in my spine, I continued to eat healthy, and I found other ways of staying active that were not quite as punishing. As a result of my research and study also, I also developed a toolbox of nutritional tricks or tools that I could use if I ever ran into some weight fluctuations. I could be back to my wedding weight pretty quickly, like within a matter of days. Then about 8 years ago, my body decided to retool itself, and all of a sudden my toolbox didn't have anything in it that worked anymore. None of my tricks and tools worked anymore, and I started to gain weight. I spent the next 2 or 3 years trying to find new tools that I could put in my toolbox that would help me to get the weight back down. But it just seemed that it was a, case of spitting in the wind, that I was just not going to be able to find these tools that I needed. And over the course of those 2 or 3 years, I actually watched my weight expand by 20 pounds. Now, that might not sound like a lot to some people, and on a woman that's 5'6" or 5'7", it would not be such a big deal. But when you're petite like me, it makes a huge difference. And my self-confidence and my self-esteem really plummeted. I reached the point where I decided I'm going to quit spitting in the wind, and I'm just going to resign myself to being a fluffy grandma going forward. I was healthy. At least I was healthy, but I was fluffy. I wasn't happy about it. I've seen lots of weight loss programs come and go, and based on my own research and knowledge on the impact that diet has on health, I kind of came to the conclusion that in order to drop the weight, I would probably have to compromise my health, at least in the short term. And I just was not willing to do that. Because once you compromise your health, there's no guarantees that you're going to get it back. So I decided I was just going to remain fluffy and healthy. I developed a pretty good scab of skepticism when I was confronted with the latest and greatest that was out there. And before I would try any program, I would scour the list of ingredients and decide that, no, this is trash and I'm not going to put it in my body. So when a good friend came to me about a new and better way of eating, my skepticism at that point was pretty thick. So I'm thinking it's either not going to be healthy or it just won't work for me because my body is being stubborn and fluffy, and I've been through a lot of things that have failed me miserably. This is just going to be one more. But then I said to myself, wait a minute. This is a program that claims cellular cleansing and the healthy weight loss as a side benefit. I looked at the ingredient list. There were no red flags. Lo and behold, my scab of skepticism is starting to come off. And I decided, okay, I'm going to give it one more shot. I'm going to try this new way of eating. No points, no fads, no elimination of whole food or macronutrient groups. This at least is going to be healthy. If I don't lose weight, that's fine. But the point is now that within a matter of days, I felt way better. Who knew that my energy could be as high as it became? Who knew that I had a film over my mental acuity that I didn't know was there? We've all seen that commercial on TV about an allergy medication where they peel the film off the screen, and you didn't know the film was there until it was gone. Well, that was my story. My film was gone, and I realized it. Now, I did this program in order to drop some weight. So back to my fluffiness. In less than 2 weeks, I had dropped half of the weight that I needed to drop. 10 pounds was gone in less than 2 weeks. I was walking on air. Now, 45 days later, those 20 pounds were gone, and I was down 4 dress sizes. The foreign body is gone. I can recognize myself in the mirror, and I don't mind seeing my reflection in the store windows anymore. How can I not tell people about this program? My blood work values are incredible. I want everyone to feel as good as I do. As a boomer, I needed this for the next season in my life, and I know there are thousands, if not tens of thousands of women, and men too, who need to know that this is not a time that you have to just succumb and throw in the towel and say, okay, this is going to be my slide into tight belts, bubble butts, and declining health and vitality. It doesn't have to be that way. There are also millennials and Gen X, Y, and Zers who need to know that if they start now, they can be way ahead of the game by the time to be old like me. They need to know that they don't have to succumb to the blood sugar issues that seem to be hitting earlier and earlier in the 20s and 30s. I have a mandate and an obligation to share this program with people, and I believe in it wholly, and I am never going to do anything different. This is my lease on life. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great day.